everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope those of you that have got the DLC have been enjoying it today. Today's video is basically going to be a bit of a grinding video. So let me just show you our map for the Storybook Vale. We have our bind, we have our ever after here, and we have Mythopia. Now, I have already opened up some of this. We have opened up basically the whole bind. The bind isn't much to open. It's pretty much all open almost immediately. And then we also have the Elysian Fields, which is the first part of Mythopia that I have opened up. And then we have the Wild Woods, which is the first part of Ever After I've opened up. Now, if I want to open up the rest of these places, I am going to need a lot of story magic. So story magic is our new currency that we have, and you can get that from doing storybook duties, and there are overall tasks for the Storybook Vale as well. Now, because we want to get our storybook magic up, or story magic I should say, I'm only on 500 at the moment. So we're going to do a bit of grinding, and I'm going to go through what I think is possibly going to be one of the best ways for getting this. And that's going to be centered around doing the Storybook Vale tasks at the bottom. Now, some of these I think are going to be pretty easy to do, like catching some of the snippets. You know, we're doing pretty good in terms of progress on that. There are some other things that take a bit more time, like harvesting nutmeg, harvesting persimmons and stuff like that. There are ways you can make that easier. You can use these vacuums here, and you can use these to harvest certain items and things like that. You know, you can use this to gather up your flowers and stuff. They don't capture snippets for you, by the way. This is just because I've placed a snippet, because you can place a snippet. You know, you can get rid of the ink and stuff like that. So using vacuums, if you have the DLC, you can do that, the Rift in Time. But obviously if you don't stress. You know, this can all be done without this stuff. It's just, it's going to make it a lot easier if you do. So yeah, there's quite a few different tasks you can do. You know, you've got your capturing snippets. I'm probably going to get through them pretty quick. You can also put certain things together. So you can see over here, I've got a sour berry bush. If I wanted to, I could move my other bushes there. So I could move like persimmons here, and then I could have them all together in one area, which will make it easier for harvesting them a lot faster. So if this is something that you want to work on, and it is something I will set up in each of the biomes eventually, I'll just gather all of these resources basically into one spot, which will make it a lot quicker, and then it's just the spawnable items that I'll have to deal with at a later date. But this will make it easier because you can sort of go around in one quick go, gather your persimmons, gather your sour berries, whatever it may be, and you'll start making progress on these tasks. So that all helps, you know. Removing inkies, that's all going to be when you come across them, you know, stuff like that. But I think there's some tasks that we can do which I think will help us out a lot, which is the planting of vegetables and the buying of seeds, because we can probably whip this out quite fast. Same with the harvesting as well. There are some other things, like I don't even know how to do any of these yet. There's things like cooking. We can do that in a bit once we've got certain things, and, you know, various different things like that. So what I'm going to recommend is we actually work on the harvesting and growing of certain crops. Now, you could just do this by hand. You could just, you know, whatever you need to do. But I will use these ancient machines because I think they're going to be a lot quicker. I was just curious. I assume it was because of the sand that I couldn't do the 35. So I'm going to dig 35 holes here. I'm going to apparently only dig 33 because there's things in the way. Let's dig those last two. There we go. This also helps us get in any resources that we need to dig. There's loads of memories here, which is fantastic to see. So a great way for getting these items very, very fast if we need it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some seeds. So why don't we buy some cauliflower first of all. So that's 35 that we'll need. And then we'll buy 35 of the squash seeds as well. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to be a bit fast if we're going to do this the way that I'm going to recommend doing it. We are going to come over here to check. We're going to select a seed. So we're going to start with the cauliflower and we're going to plant. Now they're all planted, but it's watering right now. So we're going to move it away. Oh, that didn't work. It waters them instantly. No. Okay, right. Okay, that didn't work. That shows that plants sometimes go amiss. We're going to manually plant these. Oh my gosh, my thing is still here. So if you ever wondered, yes, we get stuff wrong. We get stuff wrong. We do stuff wrong. Let me plant all this properly the way I want to. One day I will be a professional content creator and we won't have mistakes like this. I am lying there, of course. I will never be one of those people that never makes mistakes. This is me. Mistakes are part of the journey, guys. They're part of the journey. Okay, so we are going to plant all these. I'll speed up this footage for you. Okay, so let's pretend I didn't make all that mess earlier. We'll just ignore those wet crops. We've planted our crops here. So maybe it might be easier just to like use the ancient diggers or whatever just to do the holes if you have got them. And what we're going to do, we're actually going to use the potions, the miraculous growth elixir potions. Now, I actually have some of that on already. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to these crops and then we're going to water them. The reason why we're doing it this way is because then we can instantly harvest these if we so wish, which I think saves on time, which is good. Oh my gosh, of course I had to miss one. And then as soon as we've got those, we can actually harvest them, which is fantastic. Now, obviously, if you've got a gardening buddy with you, which I don't, which is stupid, you would hang out with a gardening buddy and you would actually use the gardening buddy to get even more resources. But that is for smart people, and as we've proven so far in this video, I am not smart. So we're going to harvest these, which is good. We want to harvest these. And then just for now, we're going to go into the thing here. And you can see here, we've got our plant vegetables. We've already done that task once. We've done the task for buying the seeds once. And if we scroll down, where is it? We need to find them again. Okay. Our harvest is here. So the next lot will be another 400 that we have to harvest. So we want to work on harvesting them. Planting vegetables, we can plant more vegetables, it's not a problem at all, and things like that. And as we work on these, we'll start getting more and more of this. So within, what have I been filming for? Like maybe 5 minutes there of actually doing stuff. We've actually gained a little bit there already. And the more we do this, the higher up our rewards are for this. So we just need to do this quite consistently for a bit. I won't make you watch the whole footage in real time. We'll probably try and speed up the footage here just so that you can see how quickly we do this. So I am also going to speak to one of these because there is another task actually. Let me press let's hang out. If you come down to the Storybook Vale task, there's actually a task which is to hang out with friends. And so far, I've only done 16 minutes of hanging out. So if you do that, that's another easy thing to do. So as I said, I'm going to speed up this footage for you and we will see how much we can get grinded. Okay, so I have been recording for 18 minutes in real time. Obviously I'll have tried to have speed things up and edit things. And so far this is all we have planted. It's not a lot and we haven't harvested anything yet. And already we're sat at 1,350 and that is just from completing the buying of the seeds in the bind. So that's all we've got so far, and we haven't even got to like harvesting and selling. We haven't even done the buying seeds in the Ever After or Mythopia yet, and things like that. So we've still got to do that, and then we still also have the where is it? I had it up here somewhere and I've lost it. There we go. Planting vegetables in the Storybook Vale. So this is all over, basically, anywhere in Storybook Vale and planting those vegetables. And we're up to 393 out of 1.1k to get our next set. So we've already got a couple of those. So we've already increased by about 850, and that's within 17 minutes. Less than that because I spent a bunch of time talking to you guys and everything like that. So it just goes to show how quickly you can do this. I mean, all of this needs watering. If you have these miracle growth potions, oh, I hit my max, I forgot about that, then you can like instantly do all this, and then this stuff is just gonna like instant grow, and then you can harvest it. So that's going to help speed things up if you want to do things that way. Obviously, if you have a gardening buddy, I do not have a gardening buddy with me. I've got Merida with me instead. So that does make a difference because I made her a snippet person rather than gardening. But that could help because obviously you'd be harvesting more crops and therefore it would make it easier for selling these things and stuff like that. So that's just something to bear in mind of something that you can do, is to do that. Just finding it. That's the thing I have trouble with, is finding the sections. It's so hard to see sometimes. Here we go. Yeah, the planting's still there. Where's the harvesting? There we go. We're on 105 out of 400 at the moment. So we are getting there. We are getting there. I am going to do a little bit more grinding, but I'm going to do it off camera because it's going to be boring for you to watch me do this. So I will do it off camera, but what I'll do is, the time is like 8:45 right now. So I will come back in a bit and I will report on how long it takes me to sort of get through some more of these duties and see how quickly we can build up our reserves here. And this is just going to be me harvesting and planting, by the way. I am not going to include doing any other duties within this, just the ones related to planting, because I think this is going to be our fastest way of leveling up other than catching snippets kind of thing. So I will report back very, very shortly on that. And we can see how much I get done. Hello everyone. Okay, so we are back. It is an hour later, just as reference for the hanging out. Hold on, where is it? I know it's somewhere here. I'll find it eventually. Like I said, this is so hard to look through at times. Must be higher up then. Catch snippets, harvest, harvest, mine. Mine, harvest, feed, remove, feed. Okay, apparently I can't find it. I guess there was only an hour long on that duty. I thought there were 3 sections. Because, yeah, it's not... Okay, I don't know where that task is for hanging out. I was going to use that to show you that basically I hadn't done it. Oh, yeah, here we go. 75 minutes. So we know it was on 16 before. So you can see an hour's gone by. I have not done everything. You'll be able to see from here, the things I've done is the bind seeds, the in Mythopia, the bind, and Ever After. If we come up here, you can see we've only sold 481 vegetables so far. We've planted 1.4k vegetables and we have harvested 708. So that's what we've done so far in terms of the vegetables, and we are already up to 3,450. So in an hour, we are almost at the point of opening up our next area. And if I bring you over here, you will see all this mess. So these are the different crops I have planted, and I have been planting literally all the different types of crops from Mythopia and stuff. The only ones I've yet to plant here are the honeydew seeds and the black pepper seeds. So I still have to plant those, but I've basically planted a mix. Now the problem is, if you plant a mix like I've done here, you will find that you get to a stalling point, because some of these take a few hours to harvest. So if I come into ingredients here, you can see, for instance, the radish takes 1 hour and 45, the radicchio takes an hour, the green beans take 4 hours. So we've really got a lot of like crops here that are going to take a long time. So the most efficient way, which is what I am setting up over here in this section, is cauliflower. Now cauliflower only takes 10 minutes to grow, so it is a lot faster. So every 10 minutes you would be harvesting these and selling them. So even if you're only doing 35 at a time, let's say, from using the ancient machines, you know, every 10 minutes within an hour, that is what? Well, what's 35 times 6? I think that's how I have to times it. Yeah. Whatever that is, that's what you get. So this is really the most efficient way to level up, and that's ignoring getting any other duties done. And bearing in mind, some of these duties that you get are very easy to trigger, like mine petrified wood. As soon as I've done 10 of that, that's 100 in my back pocket. You know, the snippets, we're almost got a 200 there if we get that done. And things like that, like harvesting the ice, mine pure ice. We only need another 3 more for that. Again, I do a couple of rounds round ever after, and I'll have that done. Hanging out with Storybook friends, you see, we've only got another 40 minutes to go on that, so that's not too long. If you wanted to focus on catching some snippets, that's gonna help. I haven't yet fed the Pegasus yet, so we've got to do that. I haven't done any reordering of stories apart from the one you have to do for the tasks. There's like the cooking things, which I haven't done any of those yet. Mine in magma I haven't done. So there's a lot of basic tasks here, like even selling fruit and selling gems. I've not sold any of those yet. You know, sell 4 gems and that's 50 in your pocket pretty fast. This has only been focusing on crops. So as I said, focus on cauliflower because they take 10 minutes to grow. If I bring you into my collection tab here in ingredients, you can see here, grows in 10 minutes. So the best thing you can do is get the cauliflower, buy like 1,000 cauliflower seeds and just continually plant those for a few hours. And if you did a big plot like I did over here, I would have these tasks done by now, but because of the fact that I grew every other crop and some of these take a good few hours, it's taken me longer. So I have done all this work for pretty much nothing. No, it's not for nothing because it does help out, because now I've worked out the most efficient way to do it, which is through the cauliflower. So that probably helps you. So if you do want to stockpile on quite a bit of story magic, my recommendation, when you're in the bind, buy, as I said, 1,000 of the cauliflower seeds. You need at least 1,000 because if you see here, the planting task, we haven't got that done. We still need to hit 2K on that. So that's 2,000 cauliflower seeds I would need. But that is going to be your most efficient way. So buy the cauliflower. Then you can come over, you can harvest the cauliflower, which doesn't take too long to do. And if you are doing it by hand, you could use the growing potions. And then you're going to come to Goofy, you're going to sell. And when you sell, that is going to help you out get all the other tasks. So that is the most efficient way. Currently, if you want to build up an early reserve of story magic, is you are going to want to grind planting cauliflower, harvesting it, and selling. And then obviously as time goes on, you can work on some of the other duties. You can work on catching snippets, you can work on, you know, cooking meals and stuff like that. We've still got to work out the recipes for that, but this is going to be my method for the next probably like hour to build up the other reserves, because we're going to need 20,000 story magic just to open up the Fallen Fortress, Teapot Falls, the Fiery Plains, and the Statue Shadow. If there's another wall of story ink at the Beanstalk Marshes and Mount Olympus, it's more than 20,000. So we have a lot of grinding to do. So this is going to be what I'm going to do for, like, as I said, maybe the next hour, and I should have it knocked out the park and all of those duties done. And then anything else is just going to be beneficial from like catching snippets and things like that. So my foolproof method to get the story magic fast: buy cauliflower seeds, plant the cauliflower seeds, harvest the cauliflower seeds, and sell the cauliflower. Because you don't really harvest the seeds, but you know what I mean. That's your step for grinding early day story magic for the new DLC. Anyway, I hope this information helped you out. Sorry the video was a bit all over the place. Obviously it took me learning some things as well, but I hope it does help you out on your journey to opening up this beautiful, beautiful DLC. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day and do take care of yourselves. Bye guys!